Hello guys, I'm back. So I literally just quit. I just stopped chopping some wood, and my other video literally just uploaded a minute ago. So yeah, it's been about, I would say, an hour since I recorded my last video talking about the Vulcan 3.5 pound head, 34 and 3/4 inch length. Wait, no, 34.5. Sorry, 34.5 length and all, overall length. So, this is to tell you guys what I think about it after the review, because I just chopped a whole round of wood that was either a 5x5 or a 4x4. I think it was a 4x4. So, yeah, this axe uh, looked like butter. It went through the wood, and sorry, excuse me. So, it's currently winter. Uh, our wood got wet and then it froze. So our wood is wet and frozen in winter. And my my trooper will cut it after about half a dozen swings. Because the way it's just distributed all throughout the axe, it's actually quite annoying. And my trooper double axe is handle heavy. So it makes it quite difficult to split. But it chops down trees like butter. Very, very easily. Within like 10 swings, I can chop down a tree that big, even one that big. Yeah, I think you guys get my point. So, oh, also, I did a chopping review on my trooper a couple weeks back, and it took me like 15 minutes to chop down 2 trees, and it never takes me that long to chop down 2 trees. I can chop down 5 trees in 10 to 15 minutes, depends on if I take a break in between a tree or if I just get straight onto a tree. So a couple weeks back when I did that video, it was the beginning of winter and the trees got hard. So it took me forever to chop down that one tree. And so I just got back, as I said, from chopping a bunch of wood and chopping down a tiny tree about that big diameter. It it didn't chop down the tree. I had to push it over. And there were 2 reasons why. First reason is the metal that this axe is made out of is tough as freaking heck. I tried to sharpen the axe with my file. I'm going to have to get down on my hands and knees and really work this in there to sharpen the axe. But yeah, and that the bad fitting, well, not a bad fitting, but the loose fitting they did to this. Here, just a sec. Let me see if I need to try something. Does that work? Okay. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. It's actually a pretty good edge I put on there. Just a sec, please. Wow. Okay. Just a sec. Yeah, wow. Here. Let me see if you guys can. Did it again. Sorry. See if you guys can see that in the light. All right, bring it back. So my camera's not that good. Oh, did I take a dent? Just a sec. Did I take a dent? No. Here, let me clean up the edge so you guys can see this because there's still wood bits hanging on to it. Sorry, guys. I'm supposed to be telling you guys about how nice it was cutting and stuff, and I'm just getting completely sidetracked. There was a bit, there wasn't like just tiny, because I did it a bit too sharp, just a tiny, like barely noticeable, tiny little chips. I mean, like, you'd have to get a magnifying glass and look really close. It's not sharp enough to cut my finger just lightly running it across, but if I do it any lighter, if I do it any heavier, I will cut my finger. Looks like I did take a... nope. That's just where I didn't... That's where I went a little bit too far over. Let me try something. Well, that works shockingly well. Maybe I should just do this from now on. Sharpen like this instead of putting it in my vise and sharpening like that. Okay. Sorry, I got completely sidetracked. Okay, so I'm just gonna cut to the chase and tell you guys what I was trying to tell you guys. So I shot an entire round with this, where my trooper would not. I was able to literally grab the pieces up with one hand and just go boop, literally with that amount of speed. Boop. And that's honestly not very hard. And they just popped apart. Because the profile of this is beautiful. That looks a bit funky in the camera. Because I've been working it, and that's where the stuff's come off. And so the edge is making it look like it's turned. And honestly, this edge, this edge does go a little bit over that way. They took a bit off too much here, and they didn't take enough off over here to match it. So this is kind of a turning edge, and this is kind of a flat edge. Not bad. It cuts really good. Also, ooh dear. Ooh dearie me. I just now looked at the top of the head. And do you see that? You guys can definitely see that. But something you guys probably can't see is my fingernail is getting caught right there. Here, see, turn it like this. Okay, I push that right there down below the white part of the wood. So it's actually moved up. Well, that is chops phenomenally. I would say when I got this, it was a 5. When I reviewed it last time, I would say it was a 4. With how well it chopped, I would say it's worth having to repair this right here. I'll bring it up to a 5 again. It's a decent axe. But that, the fit they did to this is terrible. It's loose. Well, next time I go into town, I think I'm going to have to get another wedge to this, for this. Because this right here, it's coming up, and it's not supposed to be coming up. This right here is supposed to keep it down. That's a sec. Okay, so I think I've talked for too long, guys. So if you guys had a choice between Vulcan and Trooper, with my experience, I've only bought two brands, Trooper and Vulcan. The rest I've found and fixed up. I would say between Vulcan and Trooper, I would totally get Trooper. The metal on the Trooper axe is softer. It does take less to dent it. It is a bit easier to sharpen This takes a lot harder. This is a lot harder of a metal. Takes a lot more work to sharpen. However, if you had a belt sander, then you could probably just get this sharpened within like 5 minutes maybe. If you're going real careful, if you just wanted to real quickly sharpen it, I'd say a minute or so. So if you got the choice between the Trooper and the Vulcan, I say get the Trooper. Trooper, phenomenal brand. It's one of the best I know of. I will work on this and this right here, and I will inform you guys that if it's a good brand to get, I may buy more just to see if they don't have very good fits. Because if it's just this, then totally get it. And if you guys are going to get this, guys, this is all my opinion. Please do not let my opinion affect your decision. If you guys do get this, check around here. Check down here for any cracks. Make sure your blade is straight and not bent or curved. Like up here on the other three I looked at, this was bent. So just check your sorry. Check your axes, make sure there are no knots. This was the only one without the bent blade, but it had a knot, a tiny knot. So I think the bent blade, I would say don't ever get a bent blade axe. If there's a non-bent blade axe with a knot, sorry, but you guys have to get it. However, if it's down here where your hands are, don't get it. Or if it's like right there, if it's at somewhere where it's not going to matter, like right here or up here, because up here there's a lot of wood right there. So, great axe. I would totally rate it a 5 out of 10. My Trooper, when I got it, it was like 8 stars right out of the box. It's still 8 stars, I would say. 8 out of 10 stars. So yeah, both are great axes. I just suggest for you guys to get the Trooper and not to get the Vulcan. I will update you guys on my progress if this repairs easily or if I'm just going to have to replace the entire handle with a larger one. Alright, well, I think that's it for now. Goodbye, guys. God's awesome. Have a great day.